Welcome to Guest Talks with Tracy Arvine, bringing you special guest interviews from musictalks.xyz.
Well, hello everybody. We have Australian country music legend with us on Music Talks. He is the man who wrote the first ever Australian Indigenous musical, Magic Coolamon. In 2015, he directed and wrote episodes of the Aboriginal television series, the huge hit Our Place. And this is on top of working with other great artists, both here in Australia and in Nashville, plus 10 albums and so much more. Welcome to Music Talks, Warren H. Williams.
Hello, how you going, Trace?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really, really good.
I guess the weather's always hot up where you are.
41 or something today.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's a scorcher here today, I tell you as well. It's starting to warm up here. So, but we can't complain. We don't have that, I guess, the humidity that you have.
No, it's actually dry heat here, which is better than, like, say, Darwin, for instance. I mean, and Sydney, like, probably we're anywhere in the East Coast or wherever, and if you're near the beach, well, it's hot.
Yeah. No, well, I'm in Sydney, so sometimes...
I mean, like, Sydney gets worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that. There you go. I haven't made my way up that area that way yet, so it's on my bucket list. So I just want to go back a little bit to a lot of our listeners are actually global. A lot of them are overseas. And so I just want to go back to where it all began for you. Who inspired you to pursue a career in music?
Well, Mum and Dad were, my Mum and Dad, because, first of all, I come from a little place called Hermannsburg. And Hermannsburg was famous for its choirs and, it's a Lutheran mission.
Right.
So we grew up listening to music anyway. So, and, when we grew up, our parents, everyone just about might have been compulsory to join the choir. So everyone joined the choir, all my family were in the choir. So everyone sang in my family.
Right.
And just growing up in, like, say, probably the late 60s, Dad bought himself band equipment and he started a band of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, and like from then on, it was like me growing up in music.
Right.
Yeah.
So your whole family, how many are there of you, brothers and sisters? How much?
I got 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay, great. And so where would you play?
We would play in the community, then Dad would start traveling to other communities, other Aboriginal communities, and he was very popular, traveling around Central Australia.
Right. And
he became probably one of the first Aboriginal bands to ever tour around Central Australia.
Right.
And
right.
I used to, family grew up, I grew up in music. So, and then how it started me playing guitar would be, if the drummer didn't turn up, me and my brother would learn how to play the drums. Then from then on, the bass player wouldn't turn up, so I learned how to play the bass and
so
the
you
guitar.
Are a multi-instrumentalist. Well, see, that's what you call you do what you had to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I guess it's like a lot of things back in the day with anything. Something doesn't work out for you. You have to do it. You have no choice. So look, it's been an incredible journey so far for you. Working with the likes of Troy Cassar-Daley and John Williams, which of course you were nominated for ARIA Awards for the duet that you'd done, and so many other awards in Australia. But then you travelled and worked with some of Nashville's great producers. Were they like Billy Yates and
that was Jim Lauderdale and. Just going over to Nashville, always been a dream of mine. I mean, I've been to Nashville before, but not to record, but to, like I always said, if I'm going to record a country album, there's got to be one that was done in Nashville. So my dream has come true. I've actually recorded a country album in Nashville with Danny Young.
Wow! And when was that? When did you go?
2015.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's I think Nashville is just such a Can you explain Nashville for us? From what I understand, it's a massive buzz.
Yeah, like a muso. I mean, it's a city, but it's like a big city. It's a big town.
Right.
Like going to Broadway, the Music City Row.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. Just, it's like 2 kilometers worth of just a street up and from the hill downwards, starting from the Grand Ole Opry, the Ryman Theatre,
right,
down to the river. It's just music all the way. It's, I think, I really think that you have to go and visit it. Really.
I know there's so many places I'd love to go, and Nashville is definitely on the top of my list. I just can't wait to get there. I think my problem would be I just don't know if I'd come back.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like if I ever get an excuse to go to Nashville and work, I'll do it.
Great. Yeah. Well, hopefully one day. Just wondering, apart from all the music and collaborations, how did it come about? You've done a lot with producing television and writing for television shows. Where did that come from? How did that begin for you?
Well, it sort of started me writing songs, and I've always sort of found it. I don't know where it comes from. I find things like that really easy. It comes to me easy.
So are you writing the music, or are you also helping to write scripts?
Write scripts. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, probably because I'm a songwriter, and it's sort of like, like writing stuff.
Right, you're a storyteller. You're a great storyteller.
And it comes out. And like, when I wrote Magic Coolerman was bits and pieces of my grandfather's dreaming and mixed with music.
Right.
So I made like modern day, like not modern day, but music that I wanted to write.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I want to talk about your latest duet that you've done. But before we go there, I believe you're the man that introduced music to Jessica Mauboy at a very young age of 11. So how did you first hear Jessica? How did that happen?
I got told by, there's this young girl from Darwin, she was in town. Well, she was in town here, and she was looking to do more music.
Right.
I was recording at that time, and I saw her and her mother and her sisters, and I asked if she wanted to do a song.
Right.
And from then on, I've always recognized her talent ever since I saw her first time. And I always knew that she would go somewhere.
Yeah.
From that moment, from the day that we recorded, first recording was done with me. She did a duet with me. Yeah.
Okay. What was that? Do you remember the song?
The song was called "Let It Rain," and we actually found the track of that first recording with her.
Oh, that would be just mind blowing. Maybe you could redo it again.
But we sang it again early this year at the Yarban Festival.
Oh, okay.
I thought she had got the songs, but she didn't. She knew it.
Yeah, those things stick with you, don't they? When you're first starting out, you remember those great things. So what did you think when you first heard her voice?
I always, So first notes, I went, she's going to go a long way.
Yeah, and I believe she's just a lovely, lovely person.
She is so good. I mean, like she could be doing a big news. I remember she was doing a big news conference, and I don't know what I was doing. I walked past the news conference. She stopped. She stopped it because she had to come and give me a hug.
That's so sweet.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's so sweet. So, but you've also you have a role in the latest television hit, The Secret Daughter, with her, which, of course, you sing this amazing duet called Always on My Mind. Now, I've just got to say, I have heard lots of versions of this, and you guys just, I don't know, this is the best versions, hands down, I have ever heard. I'm sorry for all those overseas listeners, especially, you know, fans of those who have covered the song before, but you've got to hear this track. It's just got everything in it. The emotion, the tone quality of both your voices and how they blend is just amazing. And then the build up to it. Sorry, you can tell I'm actually really excited. When I heard this, I had to phone and say, oh my gosh, can I speak to Warren? So is this something you had done earlier on as well?
What's that? Sorry.
The duet. You actually had sung this previously?
Oh, no. No.
Oh, you just decided to do this?
Yeah. Well, she called me. I was here, and her production mob called me and said, your niece wants to do a song with you, because she calls herself, you know, I call her niece. And I went, oh, okay. So I flew down. It wasn't even because we are we can, me and her can bang, do it, you know.
Just click. Yeah.
So she said, there's a song she wants you to do. This is the, you know, Always on My Mind. Okay. Which version? She said, no, she likes the Willie Nelson version. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And because I know the song, and so I went in and got the Willie Nelson version up, and probably took me about not even half an hour. Yeah. I put my,
Wow. Yeah, it's just incredible. So guys, after this, after you've listened to this interview, you've just got to listen to this song. Forget Elvis Presley, forget did I say that? I'm just going to get beaten over the head right now with all the Elvis Presley fans as well. Can't wait to see my inbox. So and now, of course, what you're doing now, by the way, that album of the Secret Daughter album with that track on it is available now. So people can go and have a look at that. We're going to have all those links on the page on the site. And so what are you up to right now? You're broadcasting with the CAAMA?
I'm actually, I'm broadcasting at the moment, but I'm actually recording songs, just bits and pieces.
Right.
I'm actually doing something right now, today.
Oh, okay.
So, and just because I want to do this, I got to do an album for the record label that I'm on with Abies.
Right.
I got to do them. I got to record a country album for them, but I want to do a album of my own, which is songs that I want to call it off the grid, which is songs that I wouldn't normally sing.
That'll be great. And so you're just playing around with those ideas at the moment and getting your songs together and figuring out what's going to go on the album.
Yeah. And I really, the country album I want to do is, we want to call it probably Country Friends and Me, because that's the first album that I brought out was Country Friends and Me. And it had John Williamson and Ted Egan and Champion and the late Mr. Little on it. You know, I had a lot of my friends on that album. So I want to call this the new Country Friends and Me album. So I can have friends like, say, Jessica on it and Shane Nicholson, and probably talk Casey into doing a song with me. Paul and Don Walker's already wanted to do it. So me and him, we always took, because Don's a friend of mine. I've known him for.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so do you have any idea when that would be out?
Probably middle of the year next year.
Okay, great. We're looking forward to that. So don't forget, keep us posted as well, because we'll definitely do something about that when that comes out. And apart from that, you do your broadcasting on the CAAMA. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a regular gig.
Yeah, it's I've been doing it for nearly 20 years. I love it.
So you must you must see a lot of young talent come up.
I have so many.
Okay, so what do you recommend? Like, if you see some amazing young talent, what advice would you give to the new young talent that you see coming up? I mean, if sometimes they just seem to want to give up really quickly. If they don't get anywhere, they, get quite down about it. Instead of understanding, you've got to just remember to have fun with it too.
I always just sort of tell them, really believe. I mean, I know they believe in what I do, but it's more than you have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it takes a while for somebody to find themselves. So
that's it took me, a long time to find myself, to find what sort of music that I wanted to do. And it was always country music because I was a music person. I dabbled in other stuff, but country music has always been the music for me.
Yeah, that's in your heart and soul.
Yeah, and even if it's a lot of Aboriginal people go into like hip hop and other stuff, but I've stuck to my guns and been a country music person. So, and I've worked so many, I've made a lot of friends, and that's the thing too. Like if you're young and coming up, try to make good friends, who will look after you. That's the thing. That's one of the great things that I have a lot of friends in the country music scene.
Yeah, they're good, honest people too. I found a lot of the people in the country music scene. I found that those that I've sort of worked with while having this site going now, they're like a family. They're all they really support each other as well. So it's just amazing the respect for everybody has for each other. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Probably just check out the new album next year when it comes out.
Absolutely. We sure will. We'll give it a big plug next year. And just one other question: how do you feel about the title now? They're calling you the latest Australian. You're a legend here, and I've read somewhere recently that you are now probably classed as the next Jimmy Little, as great as the Jimmy Little.
That's a big. Those are big shoes to fill. I mean, there would never be anyone like Mr. Little,
Yeah.
But I would like to, if I can come close to being like him, that'd be awesome. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the things that he has done for a lot of people, like he was admired by everyone, black and white. People who saw him. He was such a good man. I'm so happy that me and Mr. Little became really good friends towards the end of his life, and he took me under his wings for a few years. So
no, that's incredible. But you're also doing the same thing now. It seems to be rubbing off as well, and you have a great heart, and you believe, and you put a lot of great great vibes out there for a lot of people, and I think you're a great person for a lot of these young artists to look up to. So,
personally, I would like to see my country become great, and it's only if we work together, black and white, from country. We should make our country great. I want people from overseas or from wherever going on. That Australia is the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely is. And cheers to that. Absolutely. Well, Warren H. Williams, I just want to thank you so much for your time again, for joining us.
Oh, right.
We really, really appreciate this. All the very best with your upcoming album. Again, let us know when it's out. We'll absolutely give that a really big push and let everybody know about it. And at the moment, if everybody wants to check out the duet that Warren does with Jessica called Always on My Mind, it is on the site. And again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Guest Talks with Tracy Arrernte from musictalks.xyz.